What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another showcase. Pretty much, okay, there goes the objectives. I completed those. I just didn't get anything really good out of the Pro Pack or something like that. And most of the stuff, like when I'm not recording, I'm just playing. It didn't really matter. It was nothing to really show you guys. Here goes the cornups that I picked. I don't know why this guy's face is like that, but I was just going through it and I see that he won, so I guess I picked the right thing to win. Usually the person that I picked to win is the person I usually do the bonus coin up with, but his face was pissing me off, but I still picked him. Obviously I got the 5,000 coins, so thank you to him, but these pictures are just really ridiculous at this point. But either way, we're gonna go into the MUT showcase, and we're gonna go ahead and get these. We get contracts, you get a veteran pack at the end. So that's pretty much why I tell guys to just play it. Even though, like I said, for the most part, even though I'm not really planning on playing another ranked game, I enjoy the solos and stuff like that, just to be able to play the game, just in case. You know what I'm saying? Because you always have a dude that know, you know, that what he just dropped that pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you always know a dude that says he knows how to play Madden, like locally in your area. Like, yo, I play Madden, and you like, you really do though? Like, and you always know something that they don't know, and then somehow, some way, money gets involved. And then, you know, you don't want to be the person to back down from it. So I do it for that reason, because there's so many places in New York that you know, Madden is being played, Madden here, Madden there. It's just that this year, look at this, yo, bro, that's the Speed Calvin. I don't even know what his spec catch is, bro, but this dude is always doing the OBJ catch like he did it in real life and shit. Like, it's a regular thing. Everybody's like, yo, you know, why you get rid of the 98 overall Calvin? Because the Speed Calvin is better. He does all the same things. Why'd you get rid of 99 Barry Sanders, the gold medal master? Because David Johnson is better. I don't have time to lie to you guys and tell you BS. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm telling you straight facts. There is no difference in a lot of these cards in this game. You know, there is no skill gap also. So if you just play like a bum, more than likely you're going to be successful. And these are free tips that I'm giving you. Just play like a goddamn bum. It's not, look, I'm not going to, oh, okay, good shit right there. Like I said, I'm not going to say that I'm giving up on Madden. I'm just saying for this year, look at this shit. Like, if I'm playing somebody, dog, and somebody does that to me and it's like $100 on the game, like, I can't accept that as a man. See what I'm saying, bro? Because that's not supposed to happen. You know, I just can't be like, all right, yo, good shit, bro. Here, go take your money, bro. Let me just tell you guys something. When Dreamcast was popping, right? Back when yo, you know, oh, was that a fumble? Was that a fumble right there? Hold on, let me see. Let's go to the instant replay on that, because it even looked like he made a football move though. Did he make a football move? All right, catch. No, yeah, he didn't make a football move. All right, it's a fumble though. All right, good shit, man. When I was playing this shit on NFL 2K on Dreamcast, right? I used to bet all the time on that game. Now, there was a lot of things that you could do in that game that people didn't know about, you know what I'm saying? Like the turbo blitz and all that kind of stuff like that. Things that I knew and dudes around me knew. And it didn't really matter, though, because there was always something to counteract it. And regardless of what somebody was doing in 2K, if you were a skilled player, it mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like you could just come out and just throw the ball up in the air and it's like one-on-one coverage and the dude's gonna fucking morse you out of the stadium. That didn't happen, so I'm just giving you guys insight. I was betting fucking crazy dough. Bro, dough. Is that spelled the same way? If I say dough, because if I'm saying dough, I'm saying D-O-U-G-H and then D-O-E. Look, dough. Like, look at that, bro. Like, listen, I'm telling you right now. I remember this, bro. I'm gonna tell you guys this story. There was a dude like in the like it was a nearby projects by where I live, and you know, dudes was like, yo, bro, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but like in the hood, it's always like dudes that be having like Madden 20s in their apartment and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes don't pay their rent or nothing, like straight hood shit. Yo, house smell like eggs because dude just finished cooking crack, bro. Like, they would have Madden tournaments, right? So I used to go there and like, you know, just compete. It didn't really matter, bro. Like, like that was normal. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you're going to jail for shit like that. So I would recommend it if your friend's house smells like eggs and, you know, his mom ain't making hard-boiled eggs, like you ain't going to a Caucasian person's house. You're like, darling, your eggs are ready. Like, bro, if you don't see shit like that going on, and he happens to be a person of color like myself, like, bro, he might be cooking something you don't want to be involved with. But anyway, so I went to this one, like, it was like an open whatever, and like what happens is, like hood dudes that get money. We're not gonna say how they get money, but they get money and they're like competitors in, you know, in whatever kind of games. It's like usually on a game-to-game basis. So dudes is like, yo, drop 50, drop 100, drop whatever, right? So I can't remember how many times I played this dude, but I left there with a lot of cash because he was like, yo, I'm raw as shit in this. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much the mentality of a hustler is like, I can't lose. So I used to love those dudes. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy stuff. there's like there's a situation like this. I drop the dough, right? The dude comes out. I forgot at that time. Oh, okay. Yo, what the hell is he doing? With the NBA, what is it? What is it? NFL 2K. What was going on in that game? Like the number one teams were the Vikings because Randy Moss was there, and the number one teams were the Vikings and the Bucks, if I remember correctly. But the Vikings didn't really have a good defense. The Vikings was more of a it was just scoring because Randy Moss was there. So I don't know if I remember. Did I have Chris Carter too? It didn't really matter. But that was my squad. So I actually got down. I was down like maybe 2 scores, and my homie that I brought with me was like, "What the fuck?" Because when you go to those type of tournaments, everybody knows you can't really go by yourself because like dudes will trap you in the house and do whatever if you blow them out. Because dudes be having like crazy emotions when you beat the shit out of them. I don't know if you guys, some of the guys that watch this video will probably be able to relate. Some guys won't. But it doesn't really matter. That doesn't mean that you're an outsider. Whatever it is, we all have different backgrounds and stuff like that, and that's what the beauty is of GmiasWorld. I would love for you to share yours, because I would have much rather be in a much more, like something like Gold Pond Lane or some shit, like, up in the area to go do it, so I don't gotta worry about, having a gat on me and shit like that. But that wasn't the way my cards were dealt. So listen, I was down 2 scores, and I think the first game was like 50. I can't remember what the amount was. I'm gonna have to holler at my homeboy. I think it was like $50 a bet, because at that time, like, you didn't really drop C notes unless it was like, like double or nothing shit like that. Like, a dude is pretty much just like a feeler. A dude wants to know if you could play the game before he starts putting big money in. So oh shit, he just did a Hadouken and shit, punch him in the face. These catches are so, I'm not even, that's why I'm telling you something else about, whatever, because I can't even really look at what's going, because both his feet was in right there and they said it was an incomplete pass. Whatever, dog. All right, so I dropped the 50. I had one homie with me, because you gotta have the one homie just in case something goes haywire. That's like rule of thumb. Even now today, when you go to do shit, unless you're going to do something that you don't want nobody else to know about, you need to understand that you will come up missing depending on what goes on. No matter what kind of nature of life you're doing, no matter what. Don't ever underestimate anybody. That's a rule. All right, you just understand that. You got to be ready for whatever. So I dropped the 50. I was down 14. Dude was talking mad shit. And I remember, he's jumping up and down and shit like that. Cause like, the living room is like, when you go into like these hood apartments, the living room is like where everything is popping off. Like, you got the baby moms in there. You got a fucking car seat. Mad shit is in there. At this time, his baby mama was in there or whatever like that. It was just like mad, like, bamboo, Philly paper, all kind of shit like that. I'm trying to paint the picture for you guys. So he's jumping up and down. I think he might have knocked over some trees or whatever. And I'm like, all right, I gotta do what I gotta do. So I started turbo blitzing up the middle with Randy Moss, because you could put Randy Moss on D. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys remember that shit. That shit is bringing a smile on my face right now, because dudes wasn't ready for that. Like, you would put your hands up and be waving, and then when they hike the ball, you shoot right the fuck in. So initially, I didn't want to do that, because I didn't want to let them know right off the jump like what was good. So I was down 14, started coming out, put Randy Moss on D. I scored, put Randy Moss on D, right? And with the turbo blitz, you couldn't really run the ball or pass it unless you knew specific plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't just look at this shit right here. But this is what really pissed me off. I'll get back to the story in a second. That's Bud Dupree. Why is he running so slow? And why is Alex Smith running so fast? Somebody please let me know how fast Alex Smith is. And that's the 94 speed Dupree, by the way. And this is the kind of shit. This is why I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing another ranked game. I may do it. I can't say I won't, because I'm going to be doing giveaways throughout the year. Definitely go to Twitter, follow me at GmiasWorld, follow VY Electrified. That's who also helps me to do the drawings and stuff like that. So look at this shit. Like, you see shit like that didn't happen in 2K. But let me get back to it. So I put Randy Moss on defense. I'm shooting up the gap. I'm running the turbo blitz. Tie the game up, right? He's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? He understands now that he can't. He's like, yo, bro, that blitz is crazy. Because some hood dudes will respect it. Like me, if you got a crazy ass blitz and you beat me, I'm giving you a dap. Everything is good. I can't block it. You're the better man. It didn't matter. Like, even when I was getting like A-gapped in like, 25 or whatever it was, I'm giving you respect because you know something I don't know. I don't cry around like a pansy and try to, email people like, email Rex Dixon like, yo, that's why all the game right now, the gameplay of Madden 16 is destroyed, because of the same bums that the game was made for. But either way, game is tied. Dude has the ball, right? He's like, yo, bro, this fucking blitz is crazy, dog. You gotta let me know. You know how that shit go. The hood niggas always want to know how you doing something. I'm like, nah, bro, I can't do that. All right, so he's like, all right, cool. So he runs a play. Randy Moss shoots in, bro. Fumble, bro. Run it back for 6, right? Game's over. win the money, bruh. Dude did not want to run it back. I'm trying to remember if it was 50 or 100. I think it was, like I said, 50 because it was like rule of thumb. So it was $50, 1 to 50. Bruh, me and that dude right there became like best friends, dog. And eventually, you know, I let some information go and shit like that, and he started winning mad guap, and we used to like do things, and he would call me for certain bets or whatever, and we would play it like that. But that's like pretty much what I did when a game was something that I could play. I used to do Street Fighter at the arcades in the hood, all that, you know, shit like that. Like, you could get money and still be involved in the games, and a lot of hood dudes love Madden. That was just what it was. Everybody was playing Madden. Madden was where it was at. And like I said, that's coming from somebody that's really, I used to use this as a getaway. You know what I'm saying? My homeboys, I still got homeboys today that's like, yo, bro, you playing that Madden? I'm like, kinda. Like, this shit right here completely turned me off. And it's all because of the patches. Before the patches, I could have dealt with it, but the patches really rubbed me the wrong way. But it is what it is. I just wanted to share that experience with you to let you guys understand some of the background of my frustration with what this game is. And hopefully it changes to Madden 17, because if it doesn't, I'm done with Madden. But my veteran pack was pure garbage. I wish I would have kept some of these cards, though, to help me with the goal set for Barry Sanders. But it is what it is. Subscribe today. GmiasWorld. One love.